All right. Let's do another Q&A. This time, let's do it regarding end of the year 2015 and 2016. Let's talk about goals and whatever else you guys are working for in the next year. Hit me up. Go ahead and answer some of your questions. What travel do I have planned for 2016? I know for sure I'm probably going to go to Alaska for World Championships. I will be in Scotland for a considerable amount of time leading up to Halkirk for the World Championships there. Victoria, Canada for a competition. Fun travel, I don't know. I know I'm going to go to California in a couple weeks, and I imagine California a couple times. And then I'd like to get to Spain. That would be in my list of possible 2016 travel. So how did diet stuff go with Team WAG? Not great, but that's my fault. Nothing they did. The real issue is I'm working with Chrissy now, and I have the same excuses everyone else does. It's been the holidays, it's been too much of this, and I use the same excuses anyone else does, but I'm strong when I'm a little heavier. I can do this, and I want to drop fat, but there's always a but. There's always a but, and I'm not doing the diet work to see the results I want to do. And that's the real problem, is I'm not doing it, and I've been lazy. So Team WAG's a great system, and they're seeing a lot of results from their coaching, and Chrissy's got a lot of athletes seeing some stuff from her. Check both of them out, and I think one of them will work for you. My schedule's pretty hectic, and I'm just not home a lot, and I'm stuck eating out or on the road, or it's always an excuse. I always have an excuse for why I'm not doing better, but that's why. It's about hitting goals, and how did 2015 go for me, 2016, and how do I organize, how do I do my things goals? Do I actually write them down? Do I tell someone? Yeah, my wife and I talk about my goals quite a bit. I'm sure I share them with you guys. 2015 went really great. The only thing I did not accomplish was win the World Championships. However, Celtic Classic, which is a really big game for us, the World Championships in France, as well as Pleasanton. I threw really well at all those events and got beat. I don't feel like I really dropped the ball a lot of places, and I just got beat by a guy who's a better thrower than me right now. So that I want to try to fix. Continue to try to get diet stuff sorted out. I know we've heard that before, and I'll probably quit talking about it until I actually get my shit together. Other than that, it's my regular job. I have some goals there that I don't really want to discuss with you guys. And then as far as training goals, I'd like to, continue to be able to train and not be in pain. So continue working on training smarter, as well as not gaining weight at the end of the season to be a better thrower. I'd like to start adding a lot more movement and stuff like that into my actual training. Some sprints, some jumps, and those type of things. I think they make a big difference. And I think the better I can move as an athlete, the better I can perform on the field when I actually compete. So that's something I'd like to change and hit those goals. Business-wise, say with Hate Brand Goods or videoing, I want to keep making videos and reaching more people and get better at doing this. And it's as much sharing the story and sharing what strength has brought me as a person, as well as it is forcing me to be creative. Those are the biggest things for sure. And then Hate Brand Goods 2015 has been a fantastic year. We definitely hit the goals we wanted to hit. And now I don't want to have as big a lull during the middle of the season in summer, so I need to figure out what it's going to take to do better at that, and continue to sell some more stuff and make more awesome items. So a couple questions about trying to maintain strength while dropping weight or dropping fat. I haven't figured it out. I'm sure there's some dietary stuff, and like I answered before, I haven't been great on any of it, and so I'm not going to give any advice to somebody. Talked about previously about my goals for 2016, and somebody else asked about the practical way to actually make those a reality. And so like anything, right? there's got to be steps. This is no different than you wanting to squat 500 pounds. You need to squat 4 first, and then you got to squat 410, and then you got to do 425. So there's going to be lots of steps to hitting it in this. And look, I'm not a brilliant business guy by any chance. I just keep throwing shit at the wall until something sticks, and then take note of that. And so, I mean, you make a plan, and things aren't going to work a lot of the time. And sometimes when they do work, you do more of that. So that's the things that I try to remember. Not only that, it's give everything that's in my goal list the appropriate amount of attention every single day so that I can actually hit those goals. So how are my gym goals differently in my 20s than they are now? I would say the biggest difference is I've got some injuries to deal with and be healthy, and I'm competing in different sports than I was then. With Highland Games, I don't have to, like I've said before, be as strong, so I keep those goals in mind. But a little smarter. I'm a little bit better at listening to my body and not pushing when it's time to push, and I know how to back off and stay healthy. The other thing is, PRs aren't the only thing I care about. And there's different ways to judge it, as far as how did it feel, or the speed of a lift, or those type of things strictly are more important to me than just more weight on the bar. But a good plan of attack, and then trying to stay healthy. Staying healthy and strong is as important to me as any of the maxes, or PRs for that matter. And 2, look, I hit a lot of my PRs when I was A, focusing on powerlifting, and then B, I was a lot heavier. And so I'm probably not gonna hit any true 1 rep max PRs. They're gonna have to be something else, like you can chase what a 3 rep's gonna be, or I can chase, for this body weight, or any of those things. And that's okay. I guess they don't mean that much to me anymore. I wanna throw further. And the other stuff I give a shit about is doing this. I've really, really enjoyed interacting with you guys and trying to, I really find it prickish to say inspire. I think that's a shitty thing for someone. I'm not trying to, but if anyone finds this helpful, that's great, and that's why I want to do it. I've got some information I've learned over the last 17 years, and I want to share as much of it as I can with people on the come up. I know whenever I was coming up, I got a lot of information given to me as well, and I would like to share at least what I know from my perspective, and this can be a piece of the puzzle that you learn to make your own thoughts and decisions about strength. So the question is staying on track, some of the more unpleasant goals, like dropping weight or staying motivated to train, those type of things. These are all it's just chipping away. It's doing the work every single day, and that's really what's going to make the difference, is it's just being consistent enough to do it all the time, and you just slowly keep chipping away at it, and eventually you get there. I don't have a better response than that. And yeah, some goals are more fun than others. Getting strong's fun. Dropping body fat, and you've got to stick to it, and you've got to use that. I mean, you try not to have conflicting goals. Don't try to get as strong as you can and drop a bunch of body fat. It's not going to work. So pick one and accomplish it, and then try to work on the other one, not sacrificing the work you did before. I think that is it. And about to cut out from this little roof terrace and go have a good time. So thank you guys for the questions, and enjoy yourselves. Cheers. And Happy New Year's. Maybe this gets out before that.